Hey guys, so in this video, let's just talk a little bit about ASM Assemble AI. I'll do a real quick revamp or catch up for anyone who doesn't know what this microcap is. It is one I'm deepest in terms of microcaps go, and it's an AI agent. I'll talk a little bit more about that. Let's pull up the chart, see what's been going well, what we need to keep an eye on for continued price action. I'll probably restate expectations and a little bit of what I'm thinking my plan for all of it, and maybe reiterate some of the good news, like the fact that there's been 9 new partnerships in the last month. So they keep saying they're doing things, and for a while I know the community, because you guys were telling me on X and in the comments of, well, why, if they're doing so much, why is nothing happening, right? And now everything's happening. We get all the work on the back end we never know about, and then we get the news of what happened, and then we get price action from the actual utility and money coming in from the news. So in some way, I'm going to wrap all that into our conversation today. So as always, if there's any questions, comments, things that you want to know about ASM, put down below. I reached out to the team sometime earlier this week. Haven't heard back from them yet. So I'm probably going to reach out to them this week, possibly before this video is even released, just to see if I can prompt any more answers for a couple questions I've had and that you guys have asked me to ask them. So when I hear from them, we'll make another video. But let's worry about today's first. But you guys know the drill. Like buttons, subscribe buttons, they're lonely. They want your touch. Click them if you got anything from this video or previous ones. Now with that bullshit aside, let's talk about Assemble AI. All right, crypto degen friends. So the short of what Assemble AI is, as a reminder for those or anyone who is new to this one, it is an AI agent play specifically with journalism. If you're not sure what AI agent is, because I don't know how many people have actually know what that is other than it's what Google does and ChatGPT does. In short, if I was going to go back in the day to the library to get some information, I asked the librarian, hey, do you have any information on crypto, right? Not like that was a thing when people still use libraries. But, the librarian would point me in the right direction, maybe grab me a book, give me a card, put me in the right spot. Okay. So AI agent is that, but about 1,000 of them, and it gives you the direct information. All right. So if I ask a question, let's not go that generalized. Most popular roses, color roses to buy. And then I'm going to have a bunch of AI agents that go do their own instance research, and they're going to give me all the information, put it together in a small, succinct form based on averages. It's actually how the weather's done. Very useless little side note, apparently. And this works really well with the niche that, as far as I know, Assemble AI is the only one that does this, which is journalism for crypto. They rack out dozens of journal articles every day about the macroeconomics of crypto and about specific crypto companies and just anything that's been happening in the world of crypto. And then that is their business. That is what they do. They make money more so than from having corporations or companies pay them an ASM to promote articles. So if I'm a crypto company and ASM print off a nice article about me or my company, I can pay them to promote it more so more people read that article, just like you can do with like Instagram posts and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. So they've been targeting corporations. They have not been advertising to retail, which was understandably one of the largest complaints I've heard from you guys that are in the ASM community, is just that they never advertised. That changed about 2 months ago, right? They are now in multiple marketing partnerships going in the right direction, where they are now on several of these pretty much find me websites and learn to earn websites, where you can hop in and you get free ASM just by learning about ASM. It's just another variant to help promote their NS3 app, which if you guys aren't on that and you're in ASM, you should probably check it out. It's their product, right? So NS3, free app, desktop and all phones, iPhone, Android, etc. And that's where you can read all their articles and you can get points by taking quizzes on them. And real quick, if you guys haven't done it, these quizzes are not hard. They are very short. All right. There's dozens of them every day. They're free. You click on it, and then it'll give you the title, a small abstract, and they give you a multiple choice question with 4 possibilities. To be honest, guys, the answer is usually in the title, or if it's a statistic, you just find the number in the little 6 to 8 line abstract. It doesn't take long. And then soon we're going to hear about converting those points into ASM. It was supposed to start by around December, which is really why I wanted them to answer my questions, so we can all be prepared to convert all of our points in ASM. So definitely not too late to get into it. It's free crypto. It's a way of farming. If you're in ASM and you want ways to bring down your average without buying, that's an easy way of doing it, right? We're always talking about DCAing, so that way you bring down your average. Well, there's other ways of doing it too. Earning free crypto, the cost is zero. That's sure as hell going to bring down your average, isn't it? Right? Staking, they have it on Gate.io. Looking like they might be doing it on Coinbase, at least regionally for some soon. That'd be awesome. And then liquidity pools, that's going to be on the Base app. Again, more ways of just lowering your average by getting free crypto. I also recommend following the crypto that on social media. X is the best one that I found for crypto. They're just on there more, and it keeps you updated. And guys, I guess by the way, I'm on there too, fighting_crypto. It's got my face on there. It's verified, blue little check mark. You'll find me. But I always recommend following the crypto that you invest in. This helps you get very easy updates. And I actually want to show you guys a couple real quick that ASM has been having. So we got another potential partnership right here for the Magic Store. There is a group of crypto, and you can hop in and vote. Last time there was a hop in vote was to get on the LCX exchange, 1 of 4, and ASM got in on that one. So let's see. If you haven't been here, guys, all I did is I went to Twitter or X, went to ASMBLEAI, and was it their third post? Second post. Right here, you can click on it, and you can go ahead and get your vote set. And they do have been posting a lot more advertising out. So when you see this stuff, feel free to share it. It only helps out us, and you're also algorithm-wise more likely to see more of the news. So do this for any crypto that you like. Share it, like it, whatever. You're more likely than the algorithm to see more of these. It's just an easy way of keeping in the know and very lightly doing your own research. I'm actually not spending as long as I normally do on these videos, so let's look at the charts for a couple of minutes. I think I can do this without dragging you guys into another long video. Appreciate you guys hanging out here when you do. Okay, we're here on the 1 month with a bunch of blue lines. I drew these, I think, in the last video I made. So I just didn't bother getting rid of them. And let's just kind of look to see what's been happening since. So quick reference, this had to have been the crash. Yeah, 1010. They crashed and we went down pretty freaking low. We almost went under a penny, which I don't think we've done that since I've been invested into ASM. So thankfully that liquidity shot straight back up. And we recovered okay, right? So if we'll call it right here is where the crash was and our price before the crash, we did okay. Probably on the slightly better than average crypto in terms of recovery. We're definitely higher than we were during the liquidity crash, but we didn't fully get back up to numbers I want to see, back up to about 1.7, 1.8 cents, because then the next line we're looking for, I want to be around here. Next big one is 2.2, 2.3. But we have been staying relatively steady. And when I see that, oh, we had this little dip and come back, this is on a weekend. Most crypto, specifically the smaller caps, and by smaller, I mean like $500 million and less, tend to go down on the weekends. If you guys haven't noticed, Saturdays are statistically a very good day to look at buying crypto, aside from specific catalyst news. So we did go down a little bit, but we're already going back up on an uptrend. Let's zoom in. And though right here for the day, we've had a huge drop. It's Sunday. We're at a pretty good spot to come right back up. We'll see how low the next candle actually goes. I'll be able to see that tomorrow or end of tonight. but that's not looking awful for the short term. The big thing long term we want to keep an eye on, I'll zoom back out, is looking at these lines for the EMAs, the 20, 50, and 200. This might actually be the 10-day EMA, which I don't personally care too much about, but it's a measure. So in here, looking at the last 10 days or so, what we really need is to keep above some of these EMAs. So again, that would be these color lines here. The blue one, we never want to go under this blue line. We had a little bit of a recovery crash. That's the 200-day EMA. Nothing good happens under the 200-day EMA. Thankfully, in a day or two, we got back over it, and we really need to come back over and stay. Because right now, being below all of the moving averages, which we did have last week, that was pretty damn bearish. I'll be honest. If I recorded this 2 or 3 days ago, I would be saying how we might be in for a rough ride, but it very much looks like we're coming back, specifically when we see that the 20-day EMA is now passed back over the 200-day. We need to see these shorter EMAs, these colors that are not the dark blue, to be up above the dark blue. That's letting us know that the trading volume is good. We're getting some of the recovery back. People are feeling more confident in buying the damn thing again. Unlike here, where we had a giant wick that went up and then straight back down. Either we had bots, or more likely people had set for automatic sales to make their money back, which I'm okay with that, because the more that people sell at high levels is going to make it so eventually everyone who's going to sell there have sold, and then that line of resistance is just going to move up. So not good news, but not bad news either. The chart's looking okay. So there you guys have it. There's my little ASM update. I'm hoping to be able to get another update to you guys next week at the latest, when I hear back from AssembleAI with some of my questions. Hopefully with what I really want is more information on their airdrops for the points to ASM, but also I asked them what I'm looking forward to hearing from them is, I asked in their perspective of the 8 or 9 partnerships that they've got in the last month or so, which ones do they think is best for them? Because I'm always curious, because they got more details than what we have or that we can find. And I want to share all that information with you guys. And as always, put down questions down below. Questions for me, questions for the team. You can also just always reach out to them. It's on their website. You can just put a little email contact and send it through. They do respond, which is nice. That being said, we're going to end this video. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace.